Hello, everyone. I've given most people hugs. I've not given Lavava a hug yet. I need to give you a quick hug. For those of you who are new, welcome to the stream. We're going to get 3.4 rolling here in just a second. Metzi, how you doing? Mezdi. I gotta make sure I say these names correctly. And oh my lord, Karanika. I thought you weren't even joining tonight. Look at this armor. Look at that sick armor. All right, House Fortum Knight. 4.3, here we go. Holo has said that this is where things have been on a steady rise, and 4.3 just cranks it into overdrive. We'll see if that's true. Master Kelton, you are come at a most excellent time. Sir Emeric de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of Holy Borel, cordially invites Master Kelton to dine with him at his estate. I love all the titles. That is so beautiful. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. I do remember we said that we were going to have to get drinks sometime and hang out. What say you? Culturally, I wouldn't want to offend if I showed up in a certain outfit, so it's great to hear formal attire to an event like this. Is it a relaxed event? Is it like super formal? Is it semi-formal? I don't know. So let's get his thoughts on what clothes we should wear. I am sure that as a personal friend of Sir Emeric, you're at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least that is what Lord Elmain has been heard to say. Well, when you're ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. A man of House Borel shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Ah, I think I know what we're gonna have to glam, so. Die. We want the chest piece. Blue. Ah. I dig it. I dig it so much. This is gonna be great. Oh, it's partying out here. It's lively in this inn. That's what I'm talking about. We got people dancing on top of the bar or on top of the tables and everything. I think we're ready for whatever it is Emeric has for us. Dinner time. All right, now the last time that we were invited to a dinner, tragedy struck and everything fell apart and people lost limbs and some people died and a lot of people disappeared who still haven't shown back up again. So hopefully this one's better.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Oh, yes. The horn that we expected to be like, and instead it's like, I don't know that it counts as horn as much as flute. Are we wearing the same blue? There's no way. Oh, how did I call that? Is that a nod to Ulta? I dare not. I don't want to be tested. I think we managed to get a very similar blue. I think his is a little bit more richer than ours, but that's okay. That's totally okay. That was amazing.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Well, you came to Dravania, so you saw some of it. You can see a lot more if you want. See, even though we know that he won't join us, the thought of like, we'd love to have you participate with us in those, I think that will be appreciated.
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust.
Yeah.
Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps.
As I expected, but it's beautiful.
May I ask a personal question?
Oh, geez. Here it comes. No.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
That is such a good question. I think that Eorzea has beautiful sights and such a rich, deep history. We'd probably do some like historical research. And secondly, we would collect all the dragon mounts that we could. That's what we would do. All right, have a good one, Paul's Gaming. Thanks for stopping by.
Pray forgive the interruption.
Oh, okay.
News from House Forton.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay.
All right. That would be us.
Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
Okay, injured maiden. That's very vague.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
All right. Hopefully you ate enough. Let's do this. Grab something off the table, like a piece of bread or something, and take it with me. Like, I'll eat on the road.
Every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn. As did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield. Another cause. As if by fate.
The work is never done. All right, so who is this maiden who is injured? It's Alice.
She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness.
Thank you for saving her.
But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Elise took an arrow to the shoulder.
At least it wasn't to the knee.
It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Okay, that's not good. That's really not good.
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood.
One of those things you kind of just gotta wait for it to process through.
We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect.
I wonder if it's gonna go through the coils.
But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons.
Chirurgeons. I will never remember how to say that name.
Alphino, is the Warrior of Light, is he with you? Don't go, there is something I must say.
Always a little bit nervous when people are like, I have to say this thing, because it's always after
The
that.
Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Scions. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan.
Okay. We kind of figured a little bit of that.
They make for Zelfatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her.
Okay.
You must stop them.
And you must rest. Thank you for the information, though.
I shall inform the others at once.
Okay, well, I'm glad she's minorly stable, at least. There is hope. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have the power to influence? Yes, indeed. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Scions are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Loth Nath, where they were confronting Ravana, gods, has this been their aim all along? Maybe it's they're testing themselves, they're testing their mettle. There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this. Primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alize risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Jake, will you accompany me to Zelfatol and help me to stop Excel's ritual? Of course. Let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Okay, we're going the wrong direction. Oh, it's right here. Hello, everyone. Oh, look at you all lined up in your little rocket ships. Your little helicopters. Hey! Excuse me. Excuse me. Who's throwing that at Arshafan? Oh, you're way up there. There you are. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalan and due east of Camp Dragonhead. The enemy's gate lies open. We need but walk through. Oh, so this is the Exali camp area that we've been to? Yes, it is. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with the Exal. But if they are not, we may be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. You're just gonna go around spitting their name out, do you? It's just like, hey, everyone. There's 5 of you, so we should be able to do 4 and 4. Zelfatol. Commence. This is the Zeppelins that he was talking about, the big blimps. Oh, not more of those frog guys. They tongue lash you and pull you in close. Oh, wait, look at that. I love that. Party members. Now, does this stick around? No, it goes away. Nice. Nice. How fancy. Whoa! Whoa! I think we're gonna have to like constantly fight on the move because they're gonna keep dropping those. Yeah, see? One of the things I was thinking about, Holo was saying that over time the bosses start doing a little bit less indicators. And I'm like, how on earth am I supposed to pay attention to the bosses and to pay attention to my cooldowns and pay attention to ads and, you know, make sure that party members aren't dying all at the same time? This is quite intense. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just shows the complexity that the game eventually gets to. Oh, that's right. I have a leap. Oh, thank you. Hot blast. Okay, what is that? Jump? Oh, yeah, we get bounced in the air. Nice. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, nice. Nice. So it's not about timing, it's about positioning. I wonder if I could use arm's length when being knocked up. I've never really messed with that. And you're down. No more balloons for you. You can hear him sound the alarm. We gotta stop him. I was hoping we could just kind of chase him down and beat him up with all the other guys behind us, but it looks like he was guaranteed to get away from us. Ooh, who's this guy? Dotoli Silok. I bet there's gonna be some hiding mechanic. I just teleported. Now we gotta look for him doing some charge. We gotta stand here in the middle. We'll also throw an arm's length for good measure. What? I put in arm's length. Don't even try me. Okay, so now we need to stand over here to get knocked back into that wall instead of getting knocked off the platform, which is, I assume, what happens. Nice. Ooh, I like that, but that's for striking. Interesting. I always thought those were for, like, bards or something. Ooh. That's the one, I never thought I'd say this, but the one minor issue with having a glowing gear or weaponry is that it gets in the way of pictures. Airstone. Okay. Bet we use that to fly over there. Operate the relic. Oh! What? Whoa! That's so cool! A little grappling hook thing. All right, be honest. Are you afraid of heights? Yes. Does this make you just a little queasy? I still do monk positionals. Terrified of heights. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Hello, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. I can't tell. This is like Garuda mini form. He's got a bunch of birds flying around his head too. What a cool environment. I have no idea what position you should be in, but let's just start with this. Upon sliver of her glory, we now call Squawk Squawk. Uh-oh. Oh, hi, Garuda. That was like a mini summoning of just some of her power. I like his staff. I bet you could probably get that as a caster. From the wrath of mighty Garuda, reprieve there is not. So she's coming back. She's gonna do the AoE thing again. This time we have even less room to play in. Nice. We did it! The Exile fought to the very last. They did indeed fight to the very last. Okay, quick picture time. I'm sure that Mytha's screenshots are gonna blow all of ours away. That's okay. We can do our best.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Scions and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught.
You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Oh, sounds like the Warriors of Darkness have arrived. Oh, they've grown in numbers. What? Who's this new guy?
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
She thinks that he's Alizé.
Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
What prize are you trying to claim, though? I don't understand.
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned.
Then we interrupted.
We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
Oh, the summoning probably took longer than they'd initially planned.
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
Well, thank you. Yes, we've been saving an entire city of Ishgard. Look at how bloody his weapon is. Clean that off, dude. It's gonna rust. Look at all that blood.
You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the great sundering and the reflections it created?
12, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we have heard about this. Zodiac is like the shadow of the darkness. And that if either one is too powerful, the entire world, the star and everything will get destroyed, which is what happened to the other world.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided.
Oh,
Reflections
10,
of the
3,
source,
13.
each possessed of shards of light and dark.
But one of them was destroyed, so I think that's where I was thinking of 12.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light.
So how
Not
close are we?
all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far.
Why are you the Warriors of Darkness, then?
So the Scions, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought, and then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That's the light getting too strong and wiping out the world.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours, the 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the void.
My question is, which one are we on? And the rest of that, just so that I have some table of measure between all of them. And are there warriors of light and darkness on all the rest of the planets too?
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source.
Oh, we are on the source. And there are 13 refractions of the source.
For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
Remember, it's like 12 calamities have to happen, and we did the 7th calamity. If 12 happen, then that embarks the rejoiner. Each one is a rejoining, and in that way, they would get to see their home again. I don't know what would be left of their home, but assumably, with the rejoining, their home would be rejoined with all the other worlds.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking.
You haven't really thought that through the whole way, have you? He's like, as soon as he's challenged on his plan, he's just like, I'm done talking.
You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
So this is trying to set up a unstoppable force and immovable object. So they're the immovable object because they're set out on this course and they're unwavering in their commitment to it. And we're the immovable object who wants to protect Aurorisia, protect the people that are here, protect this world, I guess the original source, and save everyone that's here. And we don't know what's going to happen, so we're doing our best to protect what's here already. We're the immovable object, and now we're button heads. So, oh, he just created a little dust storm.
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone.
Hey!
You have no friends here.
Oh, that's so rude. He might want to be friends. Oh. I wanted to hear what he had to say. We know they want to beat the primals, but what's the point of beating the primals? What do they gain from doing that? It's just so cool seeing so many people hanging out here afterwards. Oh, you're ready to throw snowballs on my back? How rude. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? I just don't trust the Scions. I just don't. The knights can appraise Lord Aemon of our success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Harshrafon, are you going to stay here and hang out? Or are you going to go with your knights back to Ishgard? Thank you all for coming. I have gathered you all here today to discuss the imminent threat to all civilization on Aurorisia as we know. We're running out of glamour prisms. It's the end of civilization as we know. The economy of Aurorisia runs on glamour prisms. Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alize in your absence. I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. Oh, that's so good! Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. This is the second time very shortly that we have been in these rooms.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Alize.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts.
She looks much better.
When they told me you had departed for Zelfatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return.
Well, don't hold on to that too long.
Friend.
You never know when I'm going to become a floor tank again, so it's always a possibility.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
That is true. I'm just going to say, all right? I'm just going to say this. If we get all the way through all the patches, through all the expansion content, all the way through the very end of what they've released, and we don't get to see Minfilia again, I will create a new character solely to see Minfilia again. I'm just going to do... I'm just saying that. That
you
alone
were following these people, Alice.
would be a reason
Why?
to create a new character.
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scions' stead.
The Hollow-Knights.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
But if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
Don't they need to bring about 5 more calamities?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
Ah, we get an explanation.
With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
We're only encouraging
Power
them.
answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
It seems to be the thing that rules Eorzea.
The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
So what new one would they try to summon then? I'm just saying there's a lot of white hair in this group right now.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
Oh, we've seen her in action during the coils.
But Alize, you...
Immediately.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
I know you want to protect her, but you also need to allow her to stand her on 2 feet.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Tataru won't let it go until she's outfitted everyone with new outfits. I'm just saying, when do we get a new outfit from Tataru? She's never offered us one. To think that the 3 of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted... Finally, we get some recognition of doing those! I love it! I love it! To think that the 3 of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. My apologies for keeping you waiting. New outfit! Oh, it's got the Ishgardian little, tags and stuff all over it. Nice. The bare leg seems a little bit cold for this environment, but sure. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress. Though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching outfits. Come on, you're twins. It's so cute when twins wear the matching outfits. I get not wanting to do that, especially as you get older. I'm just saying that as little kids, it is kind of adorable. Remember that time at the studium where that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, Sister, please. She was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? Just call me Jake, please. To be honest, Jake, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do. No, you have not disappointed us in the slightest. You've been awesome the whole way. I have to recognize that we met them super early on, and I gotta know what their response is to this, so... Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. Oh wait. Different carriage. The driver informed me that I had a sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Got it. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brent managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different. More resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. Lobaba! The hands on hips. Alright, now I can pay for everyone's trip to the Waking Sands. I'm so glad that I'm not rushing through the story, because it really makes you feel the growth of the characters over a journey that takes time, that allows their arcs to come to fruition. If you were just grinding out the MSQ bam, 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 immediately after each other, I don't think those arcs and that maturity of the time spent with characters would be as enjoyable and as I don't know, savory. Is that a good word for it? It is very, very weird coming back to the Waking Sands. It has been a long time since we've come back. And there was a moment when I was flying in with my mount. I remember numerous times as a brand new player coming into the Waking Sands and riding on Sureblood into here, because that was the closest thing we had to any mount at the time or whatever. We came in and we would see people with all of these insane mounts and crazy gear and glowing weapons and all of these awesome outfits that they glammed out and everything. And so many times I'd run over and be like, oh, this character looks so cool. Or I'd like wave to people because I thought their mounts were awesome and everything. But now, like, the sprout that was just running through, whoever that guy was, I forget his name now. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, we're doing that to him. Wait a minute, hold on. Maybe once we finish MSQ and are no longer a sprout, I'll come back here and find a sprout to give 400,000 gil and some food items. So, Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Oh, I wasn't drinking. Why, Master Alfino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I mean, he's been kind of somewhat consorting with them, but they don't know that yet, so. Thou wert wise to come hither. For this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the strait of Merthor. Ogamoro stirreth Titan. And there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst still afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Jake. She's just staring at him. If I may, brother. Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Alize? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Light spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barrier between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Gurren Oracles. Mayhap you can start there? I love her just staring him down. By thy leave. He is normally so much more verbose. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. What was that all about?
There was a cutscene you previously saw where you saw her shoes appear.
Yeah, where she saw him talking with the Scions.
Yes, and the Ascian handed him a book. And that book, he looks at it and goes, the Gurren Oracles, Apocryphal.
Ah, okay. So she basically was telling him, without telling him, that she knew that he had been interacting with the Ascians, like, for 100% fact.
Exactly.
She's like, I saw what you were doing, but if you want to keep it a secret for now, fine. Just know that I know that you know that I know. By the way, Arvinal, how you doing? Arnvald, for prizes, we can focus our efforts on locating the missing Scions. Maybe they are too lost to us. As long as there's hope, we must try it. That's such a great attitude to have. I hope that he comes back into the story a little bit more. Because his journey of joining the Scions and eventually becoming a gladiator as well is just a great one. How do you remember those details? I edit his stream, so I include all the important details he won't realize are relevant until later in the MSQ. I sometimes will try to go back and watch streams to refresh certain things, but I more often watch Holo's recaps because Holo's recaps are way better.
There are details I have included
Really, yeah.
in even some of the earliest streams. Right, even some of the earliest videos that don't pay off for expansions.
Oh my goodness. Well, fancy that. Just when my Cabal problems look like it's coming to a head, the Scions of the 7th Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. All right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ugamoro have got so much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. Lend a hand to help us search the camp for the little booger, would you? Oh, so there's one of them around here somewhere, huh? Well, we could just ask him very kindly to leave. All right, we have to find this Cabal. One of the scouts said he looked quite small for a Cabal. Could be hiding somewhere like this. Oh, underneath. Alfino, do you know? Surely all this commotion cannot have escaped the Cabal's notice. If he has any sense, he will attempt to quit this place, will he not? We'll just start kicking over chests and be like, are you in here? Ooh, someone left a little bit of wine out. Don't mind if I do. Some rope and... Oh, hello! A cute little Cabalding. Hi, little buddy. What you doing in there? Immediately takes off running.
Stay back. Away. Far back. I'm not a... Oh, it's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use.
Oh, no. Come back. Oh, he's down here. And you're hiding in the grass. Nothing to see here. It's Pokemon, where I'm just running through the grass and dun 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 dun. You've had an encounter. Would you like to fight or run away? Definitely run away. No.
Please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just to talk.
Oh, not again.
That was a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will,
Would you like to explain yourself?
He found me again. What to do? Yeah, I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, do not hurt me.
So this is our wily Cabal infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Trying to steal my crystals, were you?
No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, Aye.
Now, let's all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child?
Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin one day.
Well met, Gabu. I am Alfino, and this is my sister, Alize. Jake, the man who found you, is our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloeden here thinks that you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, that you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us?
The Patriarch, The Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that they didn't have the iron in their hearts, that they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen them since.
No, he did not sacrifice his own people to serve as ether for the summoning.
No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen. Only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents.
Aww, he's so cute. I'm glad we pet him. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Cabal stronghold and secure their crystals and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Oh, the first cache. Oh, there seems to be a Lala inside the cache. Quickly, use them for the summoning. Time is short. If you have the crystals, you should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, it's just that... I bet there's some insignia or something. I'm quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Wildbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Scions, as Thancred speculated. I wonder if the Warriors of Darkness are the ones that are doing it, because again, they're like trying to help out cause all this chaos and everything. So the cache is not here. This is not good. They cast about for a time. You see no sign of the crystals. They must have moved them, yes? The question is where to and why. Within Ogumoru, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation.
What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them.
And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. Nevertheless, I believe that time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within Ugumoru mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there, and I shall join you anon. As soon as Alpino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Jake? There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Okay. It's a lot of rocks already on the ground. Oh yeah, look at them using the crystals. Nice helmet you got there, bro. I don't mind taking that from you. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day.
Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they?
Oh, they're over there tied up. Are they tied up? They don't look to be moving much. Wait, are they already dead? Oh, they are definitely not moving.
Mother? Father?
Coke for the furnace. You monster! How could you? No, Alize, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people. Anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit to this objective, you have brought suffering upon your own kith and kin. You sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace.
Another piece to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oath breakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oath breakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again.
I mean, he's kind of not wrong.
I will heal no more lives from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please. Please.
Oh, no. I think the Gabu is summoning Titan.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up!
Oh, my goodness. Gabu, what have you done? The question is Titan gonna listen to Gabu, or is he gonna listen to the Patriarch? Because he's the summoned by Gabu. Aww.
I'm here. I'm here.
No!
Leave him to me.
Nice, Carbuncle, go! Oh, she can Aetherite teleport him? Maybe she invited him to the party. That's the first time we've ever Aetherite teleported in a cutscene. Did he leave it as Carbuncle? Carbuncle, be safe! Oh my goodness. Gabu. He's breathing, and I don't see any injuries, but I can't seem to wake him. His anger, anguish, and despair have served to birth a primal, just as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. Jake, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. Alize and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 7. So we'll get one random person. It's an 8-man. Nice. Look at everyone looking so cool, showing off their glowy weapons. All right, Dragoons, you have my permission to leap off the edge. I said I'd come. Here I go. Oh, mother, father, I can't find you. He's quoting Gabu. I missed that. Oh my gosh, that makes it even more heartbreaking. People or beastmen or whatever do summonings in the future. This is something to keep in mind. The heart and spirit that goes into the summoning. So many people are dead. Oh my goodness. Ow, that was really, really dumb of me. I was trying to interrupt his summon there, and I don't think that works on a boss. The Remove Extreme is still probably one of my favorites because of how close it was. It was like literally 15 seconds, and it would have ended. We're alive! Yay, yay! I know that you could take all of those effects away, but I love it with all of the effects. I think the effects make it even better. Beautiful. This is art right here. He seems to be doing a little bit better. He has been like that ever since he regained consciousness. I believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the primal's influence. Should that prove the case, he must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. We must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Yazel's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. That's good to hear. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it. But not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Where are they going off to?
Who goes there?
It's just us, probably.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp.
You can go wherever you want.
He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand.
A huge credit to the voice actor. I think she's doing an amazing job. But B, just that sentence specifically resonated with me, and that it's okay to say that there are moments in which life is a struggle and that it's hard and that you didn't enjoy certain aspects of it. That's really cool.
There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save.
At this point, it's getting too many.
I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Sharlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not?
The last thing you want is to have a life full of regrets of things that you didn't step up in those moments.
Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the Warriors of Darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I could, but I'm mute. I think in honor of both Estinian and Yazel and what they went through, I think those are the companions. I mean, Alfino was there with us as well, but in Yazel's memory and in Estinian's honor, I think they're the ones that I would want to talk about most.
They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk.
Pretty
I dare
much.
say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on. For the sake of those we hold dear.
I hate letting people down. So I'm just like, hey, don't put your faith in me, and I can't let you down. Warrior of Darkness. The Earth Crystal? I think that's the orange ones.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Oh, that's one of Heidelin's crystals. Remember that we got like the 6 of them?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
Out with it.
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
Drove one of them to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
Elidibus.
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Interesting. So their world is not actually destroyed yet. That being the case, I definitely empathize a little bit more with them.
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scions' thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Whose side are you on?
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Was he a Scion? I want to see his face again.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation.
Is that a Urianger? Mask? We've never really seen his hair because he's always had his hood up. And he's wearing goggles, so we've never really seen his eyes. But if he's friends with the Scions and kind of a neutral party and didn't speak around Alfino. All right, enough with crazy theories, so.
Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Is this Alize's father? No. All right, Jake, calm on the crazy theories, calm. Is this Yashola's dad? No. But he clearly knows, he knows of Grandfather's quote, to ignore the plight of those who might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
Oh boy, that's what you think.
It shall be done.
I thought we were having a 1v1 here, like an honorable fight. If you were gonna 5-1...
What good a creed one cannot uphold. What hurts soothed. What lives saved. Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands?
This type of dialogue is what makes me think it's Urianger. This is how Urianger talks, all right? This is exactly how Urianger talks. Maybe the mask...
My friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness.
Okay, I am...
Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. But the voice is definitely different. I don't know, maybe it's Urianger's brother or something. Who knows? Maybe it's his twin. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Wait, where is Alize? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Uh-oh. Alize? Gabu, you doing any better? No, still no talking. We give him a quick hug. He seems to be still struggling, that's for sure. Brother, Commander Blauidin, something tells me you're not here solely out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out slight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will the Maelstrom Command. That's good. Glad he recognized that at least. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I can't possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I could do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Those are some touching words.
I will remember them. And you, Alize. Thank you.
He speaks! Aww! Gabu! I will never forget you! Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. Oh, she mad. 1,000 times over, aye. There will be a reckoning. Nice. I kind of slightly feel like we're a babysitter with 2 kids that are running around, and because we're so much bigger than they are, we're just like, come along, little children, let's not dally. Hey, I did not spend an hour in the glam dresser, okay? That was like 20 minutes, maybe 30. Who's counting? It's all to look good, okay? You got to admit that I totally called the blue on that outfit, all right?
I bet Amrek felt insulted, like, oh, I can't believe this guy. He wore the same thing as me.
What? He thinks he gets to wear blue to this outfit? Internally, he's slightly cussing. He's just like...
See if I ever fight the warrior like to do.
Exactly. He's like, who gave this guy this jacket in the first place? I should make sure that no one ever gets this thing again.
It's not like a sternly worded discussion with Edmund afterwards.
Edmund, we gotta have a talk about this, right? You can't just be handing these jackets out to anybody, all right? He's getting on my style. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogamora, my friends. By the grace of the 12, your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lominsa may rest easy. See, the mask is covering not only his tattoos, but those chops that we totally would recognize those chops. Totally would recognize those chops anywhere. I'm just saying. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garoon oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, yet apart, yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of the 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then, if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the reunification of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative. For if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then gods, no one should have to make that choice. So leave them in forever state of purgatory, neither dead nor alive, but assumably constant suffering, or let them all die, let the world get destroyed, but at least they get returned to the source, they get returned to the life stream, and at some point, assumably down the road, the souls can find rest and begin anew or something. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. Can you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unless thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Scions did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. I think he's talking about the kids, the teenagers that the Scions were teaching to basically try to summon Ralgr, that they were planning on stealing the crystals from the lizardmen, beastmen. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Jake, Alize, will you come with me to Little Alabigo?
I think we know who we're gonna meet there.
Look at her.
Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand.
May you ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Backstabbing traitor.
What? Didn't say nothing. Alfino, Alize, Jake, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the ploy of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes.
Then you have them? And the crystals too?
What few remained, aye. Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Amigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sarah and Merrick's men no longer have need of my services, I have mind to head that way.
As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago.
Oh, how fascinating. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers.
Thancred, of whom else have you shared this information?
About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Y'shtola next, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? How is it that Urianger had such good intel, despite Thancred only just learning about this?
What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils.
The teacher of mine!
And spent as much time at Livier's estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggled to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Little Alamigo awaits.
Talk to them right now, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You never... Oh, well, hello there, Lovava. Except teleport to Little Amigo? Heck no. We're going to walk it.
Did you have something to say?
What's on your mind?
Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now, more than ever. Listen, Jake. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done.
Is she thinking about attacking him?
It's okay. Reveal to us the secrets. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Jake, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alize and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings.
Sifrid, it's been a while since we've chatted. Nice push-ups. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. Well, he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart. He's also inspired more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And no wonder. The Garleans won't stop until we're all under their yoke. I see you there. Going about asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of Little Amigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Another masked man? Some say he's hardly got a face, with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot. It's time we got used to it. Oh, he's given up the fight. The Griffin? I know of him, as we all do. He and his master have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was a suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes, and weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. I think he would join us soon himself without too much difficulty. I know when things get quiet, y'all are chatting in group chats. At least I have to assume that it's likely, so it makes me very curious what you're talking about. We have seen the inside of this place far too many times. It shows up in like every one of my roulettes ever. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within.
20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind.
Nice accent.
Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more!
Definitely knows how to get a crowd on his side.
Power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Hello, hello!
What are you two doing here?
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I just did. It's been forever.
Oh, well, this is quite the surprise. Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
Mayhap it is my imagination, but you seem more rugged and world-weary than last we spoke. I wonder why. It's only been a long, long time. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you. Though it was pretty obvious you and Jake would be fine. I should say the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if you were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. The masks. It's not as if I'm making any of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? The shipment of crystals here and the summoning of a possible primal. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is assuming you'll have us. But of course! Look, we got plenty of, pugilist and black mage, weapons to spare. You can have some of ours, it's fine. We got a bunch in our backpack. Okay, cool. What I think I will do is, how do we want to end the night? I'm gonna end the night at Lalaki's house. We definitely have to like it. We're the first like! We're the first like in Lalaki's house. This is amazing. This is the best thing ever. I bang my head every time I go upstairs. Yes, please. This is literally me. And our red panda is even reading over our shoulder. That's so cute. I have one last thing to ask for those of you that are watching this in post, and I never do this, so take this with a grain of salt. If you don't want to do this, totally fine. I totally understand. Just post your favorite moment of the stream or something that you thought was really funny as a comment. Anyway, that's all. I love you all. I'll see you on the Discord. Have a great one, and take care. Bye.